Hello, I'm John from We've asked the internet to ask some questions. Got a lot of questions lately about various things to do with work, so let me just try this one. I'm having trouble speaking up in meetings at work. My mind goes totally blank, and then I look like I'm not listening. I can think of so many things to say afterwards, but it's too late. Is there anything I can do to change this? Yeah, quite possibly, but thanks for the question. It's an important one. Nice to feel as though you're making a contribution at work. But first we have to decide whether or not it's actually a problem. I've been in lots and lots of work situations where there are people sitting there and firing off these ideas and great ideas. My own inclination actually is to sit there and say nothing. I'm not playing some game about hearing being the last one to speak or anything like that. It's really, for me, simply about listening to what everybody else has got to say. If I'm sitting there thinking about what I want to say, I'm not listening, I'm not learning anything, I'm not developing ideas. And I think it's really important, the skill of listening. Perhaps we'll come to that on another one of these videos. And I think part of the answer to this question is it depends why it is. If you really feel as though you've got a contribution that you can make to the meeting, but you're just frustrated at not being able to get it out, perhaps it's because of a fear of public speaking. And it really would be useful to go and find a good human givens therapist, or find me. We all do very effective work online these days, but it might just be that performance issue that's bothering you. There might be another thing here, is that you're not very good at thinking on your feet. And I've come across that phenomenon quite a lot. I'm in meetings always looking out for the person that really doesn't say very much at all. They're sitting there quietly, perhaps taking notes, perhaps not. And a couple of hours later, I'll go and see them and just ask them what they thought about so-and-so, about the ideas that we were discussing. And they will invariably come up with some really interesting thoughts and suggestions and ideas about what's going on. It might be that, as I say, they're just not very good at thinking on their feet. I think it's really important, if that's you, that you get the opportunity to go to your manager, the person that's running that meeting, and saying, look, I'm never comfortable speaking in these big open meetings, but I will make a contribution, and perhaps you will be happy with me just sitting there, listening, taking what everybody else has got to say, going away and thinking about it, and then coming back to you. It's the meeting and it's the questions in the meeting that stimulate your brain into coming up with solutions and answers that might be really, great ideas for the organisation in trying to solve the problem that they're trying to solve. So that there are two completely different reasons there. It might be both of them, of course. It may well be that you're just way out of your depth. I've been in those situations. For some reason, you get invited to meetings. People think of something of you more than you're capable, and you get invited to meetings and put on the spot and ask really difficult questions that you just haven't got a clue what the answer is. Don't be scared to say, I don't know. I really just don't know. I need time to go away and research that one and think about it. But thanks for asking. I'll get back to you. Just develop some little speech that you have like that in your own mind. Rehearse it and rehearse it and rehearse it, so that you do feel that you can make a contribution in the workplace without being forced into piping up actually in a meeting. I hope that helps. And there's other videos on this channel about things to do with the workplace and competence in the workplace, relationships in the workplace. So do get in touch if we can help. Please, if you've enjoyed this video, like and subscribe. And one really last important thing, whether at work or at home, in any aspect of your life, take good care of yourself and take care of each other. Thanks.